I step onto the campus of Palm Beach State College with a sense of expectation that is quickly crushed by the cold reception of the admissions office. The clerk greets me with a sneering statement that I am not even supposed to be here. And that remark lingers like a bitter perfume. It is a clear sign that the institution does not welcome newcomers. And it erodes confidence before any paperwork is even opened. From that moment, the bureaucracy becomes a maze. The advising staff bounce me from one desk to another like a careless game of hot potato. The answers I receive contradict each other, and the time I spend searching for clarity becomes a drain on my energy. The logic is simple: a lack of training and poor management leads to confused guidance, which in turn makes students feel abandoned. And overwhelmed, the online classes appear as a hollow promise of convenience. But the reality is that professors rarely respond to emails, and the assignments are massive, like master theses for a certificate. The workload feels endless, the grading is delayed, and sometimes absent. The absence of timely feedback destroys motivation and creates a sense of futility. It shows that the college has abandoned its duty to teach, and instead forces students to teach themselves. Financial aid turns into a nightmare of ever-changing requirements and staff who offer no assistance. The forms shift like sand, and the deadlines move without notice. The stress of uncertain funding forces students to juggle jobs and study. And the mental toll is severe. The root cause is a system that is understaffed and poorly organized, which generates anxiety and financial instability. Registration becomes a chaotic mess. The online portal crashes repeatedly, and the system cannot allocate the classes that are needed. The result is that required courses are blocked, and graduation is delayed. The technical failures are a symptom of inadequate investment in technology and a disregard for student progress. Parking is a constant battle with limited spaces that are overpriced. The long walks in scorching heat drain stamina and add unnecessary expense. The college charges high fees for a service that is insufficient, and this financial burden compounds the feeling of exploitation. Campus security feels almost non-existent. The dimly lit pathways at night make me feel unsafe. The absence of visible patrols and broken lighting creates fear. It signals that the institution does not prioritize student safety, and therefore diminishes the sense of belonging. The facilities are outdated. The classrooms show cracked tiles, stained ceilings, and stale air. The environment does not inspire learning, and instead fosters discomfort. The neglect of physical spaces reflects a broader neglect of student welfare. Career services promise connections to internships and jobs, but deliver no real support. The counselors provide generic advice, and no concrete leads. The lack of networking opportunities leaves graduates without direction and highlights a failure fulfill the promise of career preparation. Every interaction with staff feels unprofessional. A receptionist raises her voice and dismisses concerns. A registration officer calls a younger student sweet and shows no respect. The tone and attitude reveal a culture of entitlement and a lack of basic courtesy, which damages morale. I write these words because the accumulation of each small failure creates a towering wall of disappointment. It is not a single flaw, but a cascade where poor communication leads to misunderstanding, which leads to wasted time, which leads to financial loss, which leads to emotional exhaustion. Do you see the pattern? Do you agree that such treatment is unacceptable? I ask you to share your thoughts and to stand with those who have been let down by
businesses near Palm Beach State College leave much to be desired. The area is plagued by inconsistency, poor service, and a general lack of care that makes visitors feel unwelcome. Whether it is shopping, dining, or relaxation, the experience often falls short of expectations. The Gardens Mall is a perfect example of decline. Once a vibrant shopping destination, it now feels outdated and neglected. Stores that once catered to families have disappeared, replaced by luxury brands that alienate average shoppers. The food options are equally disappointing, with restaurants suffering from leaky air conditioning, grease-filled odors, and furniture that looks like it belongs in a thrift store. Even the mall's security has been accused of racial profiling, making certain visitors feel targeted rather than valued. The overall atmosphere is one of abandonment, as if the mall has given up on trying to impress anyone. Palm Beach Resort Spa promises luxury, but delivers frustration. Guests report terrible communication from management, rooms with malfunctioning toilets, and restaurants serving overpriced, tasteless food. The spa, which should be a sanctuary, treats potential customers with condescension, refusing simple requests with an attitude that suggests they are doing guests a favor by allowing them to spend money there. Even basic amenities like the hot tub close absurdly early, leaving guests wondering why they paid for a 5-star experience that feels more like a budget motel. Thai food lovers should avoid Taiko Asian cuisine at all costs. The dishes are bland, drowning in soy sauce, and often made with incorrect ingredients. Service is slow and indifferent, with staff who seem more interested in arguing with customers than fixing mistakes. One diner found hair on their plate. Another waited 2 hours without receiving their meal, and many others were met with rudeness when pointing out problems. The restaurant appears to operate on the assumption that customers should be grateful for whatever slop is thrown in front of them. Subculture coffee has lost its charm. What was once a cozy spot for late-night drinks has become a place of sour coffee and sourer attitudes. Orders are frequently wrong, staff members are distracted, and discounts are revoked in the most humiliating ways possible. The coffee itself tastes like dirty water, and the food takes so long to arrive that customers wonder if it is being prepared in another state. Even fitness enthusiasts are let down. SoulCycle Palm Beach offers an outdoor cycling experience that feels more like a public spectacle than a workout. The smell of nearby restaurants mixes with sweat-soaked headphones, and instructors arrive late, unprepared, and uninspiring. The businesses near Palm Beach State College share a common theme: they do not care. Whether it is due to poor management, lack of effort, or sheer indifference, visitors are left feeling like an inconvenience rather than a valued guest. If you must visit this area, keep expectations low and patience high. Otherwise, you may find yourself wishing you had stayed home.
Businesses near Palm Beach State College are like, you know, places where you think you are safe, but then boom, something happens. Like this gift card scam. 2 people, Kayan Liu and Ling M. Chen, they were switching real gift cards with empty ones. They would take the numbers, seal them back up, and put them on the shelf like nothing happened. And then some tourist buys it, excited to use it, and nothing. The money is gone. How sad is that? You are on vacation, you think you are getting something nice, and instead you get scammed. I bet those people felt so stupid after, but it is not their fault. The scammers probably thought they were so smart, but guess what? They got caught. Now they are in big trouble. And then there are these people who just go around using stolen credit cards in stores near Palm Beach State College. Like, how bold is that? They walk into shops, buy whatever they want, and leave before anyone realizes. But of course, they do it too much, and boom, caught. The police asked for help finding them, so they must have been really careless. Tourists in the area have to be careful, because if you are just buying something quick, you might not even notice someone stealing your card info until it is too late. Oh, and the big one, the retail theft ring. Over 35 stores near Palm Beach State College got hit. They stole laundry detergent, perfume, expensive things. Like, why? Do they have a really fancy laundry room? Probably not. They took over $15,000 worth of stuff, and in the end, the police found everything. But still, imagine shopping and not realizing someone just stole something right next to you. It is scary. And then there was this woman, Carolyn Faye Hansen, who stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from businesses. Not tourists, but still, if businesses lose money, prices go up. And then guess who pays more? Tourists. It is like a chain reaction.